Penn has been the #1 name in saltwater reels for years and years and years. And this Penn reel is tough. I didn't want a reel as good as what I had. I wanted one better. And the KastKing Sharky III 6000 with the Baitfeeder option took the place of a Penn that I'd had for years and that I thought nothing would ever replace. Hi everybody, Chuck Watkins with KastKing, and I'm here to talk about two reels that kind of got me switched over to KastKing to start with, and a way I found to improve my game when it comes to catching big catfish. This here is the Penn Pursuit II 4+1 ball bearings. It's a size 6000, 50-pound braid, and I use this for years chasing big cats. And this reel is strong and big, but it's just not as smooth as anyone would think it is. It's been dependable. I can't complain. It's a graphite body, stainless steel spool. The biggest difference in this, in the reel that I found that I use now, is a few things. This reel has 4 to 6 to 1 gear ratio, 4+1 stainless steel bearings. It is a tough reel, but it is also a big, heavy, bulky reel. And I like it. I mean, it was a good reel and it served its purpose well until I found something better, something that impressed me more. With me, I was impressed with the Penn name because Penn's been around for a long time. Penn has been the #1 name in saltwater reels for years and years and years. The old timers, if you ask any of them, when they go out deep sea fishing or when they go out just talking about rods and reels, they always talk about their old Penns. The same way cat fishermen are big on Abby Garcia's, just different name brands. And this Penn reel is tough. Big fighting handle. But if you'll notice, the action is not smooth. This reel's been taken care of, took apart, cleaned, greased, oiled, put back together. It's always been washed after use. It has really been a great reel, and I'm not complaining or throwing off on it, but I found something better. This is KastKing's Sharky III 6000 with Baitfeeder. And the option that intrigued me the most is this little button in the back, this Baitfeeder. It lets the rear drag, lets that line run, and as soon as you turn the handle, it locks the drag and locks the front drag. This reel's set up with a rear drag here and a front drag also. But the one thing that is a big selling point for me and for fighting big cats is not only the fighting handle, and not only the big aluminum reel, but there's one little bearing right here in the bail return. And what that does is it lets the line roll. As you wind the line in, it's not frayed by the bail. It is wound smoothly rolling through that bearing. This is the 6000 series. This has 7+1 shielded bearings. It has a fighting handle. It holds about 250 yards of 50-pound braid and one of the smoothest drags and the smoothest reels I've ever used. This reel, for the money, I'll put this reel up against dollar for dollar against any reel that I have ever touched. And I have touched a bunch. This reel is so smooth. And the back drag, when you're pulling drag on it, listen to how that Baitfeeder action works. Without a doubt, this action is so smooth that even the slightest turn of the handle and that bearing is rolling around the line. The line is not frayed by the bail. The The bail is not sliding around the line to roll it. There is a bearing there. But the rear drag, what that does is that adds an extra fight to your game. What it does is it lets the fish pick up your bait or whatever you've got and run with it. And to lock it up, you just push the button, or one turn of the handle locks it down. And that puts all the drag to work. And this thing has front and back drag, and this thing will flat fight for days and days and days. This here is 5.5 to 1 gear ratio, aluminum spool, front rear bearings, sealed bearings. By sealed bearings, that means that if you drop this thing in the river, yeah, I'm not going to tell you not to go home and take it apart and clean it out, because you should, but it is sealed. This thing is a fighting machine. It is the best thing I've come up with yet. And for me to put my pen away after using one all these years to find something new, I had to find a reel. I didn't want a reel as good as what I had. I wanted one better. And the KastKing Sharky III 6000 with the Baitfeeder option took the place of a pen that I'd had for years and that I thought nothing would ever replace. I'm impressed with the action of it, the smoothness of it, and the design. The design of it is flawless. It's set on a graphite body, anti-reverse lever on the bottom, and this fighting handle is perfect to put your fist and palm in to crank, just like you're cranking a winch. I didn't think anything would ever replace my pen, but it did. And I replaced it with KastKing's Sharky III 6000 with Baitfeeder. I'm Chuck Watkins. On behalf of KastKing, thank you. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you again.
Subscribe to the KastKing YouTube channel too. Learn new fishing tips and fishing hacks. Watch how-to fishing videos and fishing gear comparisons. See new KastKing fishing tackle reviews. Hear interviews with fishing personalities. Enjoy a constant flow of new content from the KastKing Pro team. Don't miss announcements about these topics. Subscribe now to youtube.com/KastKing. Click the subscribe button below.